right, here's video number 2. And before we get started, I just want everybody to understand that yes, I am driving. I have both of my hands, you can see, on the wheel. I am looking out the windshield and I'm just talking to you right here where I can see. It's just like as if someone was in the car with me and we were carrying on a conversation. So I'm very aware of what's going on around me and I'm driving safely. Okay, got that out of the way. This video, I want to start off by talking a little bit. Yes, the last video was about meditation, what meditation was, what it can do for you, all of those things. So we went over all of that. The second video I explained would be about breathing techniques, the chakras. We're going to go over that. But I want to start this, and we're still going to do all that, but I want to start this off by talking about something that I really feel is important, just for a lot of people. And I think this will just apply to a lot of different people, just our day and age right now anyway. So I want to talk about fear. Fear is something that we deal with on a lot of different levels. And I think that we are not truly knowledgeable about how much we really deal with fear, about how really fear does rule a lot of our everyday existence. I just don't think that we're fully aware of how much it impacts our lives. I know we think, you think, oh, I'm not fearful of this and I'm not fearful of that. Well, COVID, brought the fear factor up to exponential heights. I don't know if that's the word. I don't know. But anyway, it really made a lot of people extremely fearful. And I'm bringing this up, set my cruise control. I get to talking and I get to speeding because I get excited and then my foot gets heavy. And so I wanted to bring this up just because a lot of people, that fear that they have, even if they're not really aware of what it is, I think a lot of times we're not really aware that it's really fear. It could be anxiety, it could be headaches, it could be a lot of things. And really those things, those are just manifestations of fear. It's, things that we're fearful of, or just anxiety. Anxiety in general, I think, is a fear-based symptom, syndrome, disorder, whatever you want to call it. It stems from a lot of different fears that we have. And so I just felt like it was important to hit on this. And meditation is a way to help you get over a lot of your fears, because what we spoke about Tuesday was that you have to relinquish that will. You have to let go of that control. And a lot of fear is based on control. We're fearful, so we think we have to control everything around us. Everybody got all bent out of shape about COVID, and I'm not saying anything. I'm not trying to go into that controversial subject, but I'm just saying that, we got extremely fearful for our lives, fearful for our families, fearful that somebody was gonna talk bad about us if we did or didn't do this, or we did or didn't do that. And so it was just really a lot of fear, judgment, a lot of that, and still is, I think, in a lot of ways. And that's just one little aspect that we've had to deal with, on top of a lot of other things that you have to deal with that could create fear in your life. But a lot of times your health is a big fear factor. It just is. A lot of people get very fearful when you start speaking about their health, or losing their health, or dying. A lot of people have an extreme fear of dying and death. And I think that's where COVID really played a big part in the fear, because they told you were going to die. If you got COVID, you were going to die. So that's what I'm saying is, so that this is really important to get a grip on really the fear in your life, the way fear really grips you and how you deal with fear, and really becoming very self-aware of how fear does play a role in the way that you react to things, just in lots of different ways. A lot of times, like I said, it comes out in anxiety, comes out in depression, comes out in anger a lot of times as well. So, but meditation, to bring this back around to the subject, meditation helps in so many ways with fear, with that anxiety, because it helps you get in touch with your inner self, get in touch with your subconscious, your conscious, all of that. You're able to control those thoughts a little bit better. But it also, in order for that to happen, you've got to be able to relinquish that control. So that's another aspect of meditation that we spoke about the other day, but I wanted to reiterate that really being able to practice letting go of control, letting go of and surrendering your will, allowing yourself to relax and be calm, and to allow that energy to flow within your body is really, really important. And I think the more that you practice, and it is a practice, the more that you practice meditating and getting more in tune, you will find a lot of your fear, anxieties, depressions, headaches, a lot of those things will subside, because it's a lot of things that you're holding in. It's a lot of emotions that you're really holding in, and meditation helps release a lot of that. Now, I'm not saying, the first meditation, you're going to be great at it, and you're just going to, all your anxiety is going to go away. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that meditation is a practice. You have to practice, just like anything. To get good at it, you have to practice it. You have to get good at relinquishing that control, letting go of that control. Just letting go of self. It's a lot of self. We are very self-absorbed. We're very self-minded. And we have to relinquish a lot of that and be free and open and receptive to other possibilities that might be able to help us. So that leads me into another kind of subject I wanted to speak about, because I'm just trying to give you all of the little nooks and crannies about meditation and kind of what I'm steering you towards. And I know some people might go, oh gosh, she's like going way off the spiritual deep end. But I want to say this again. I think I mentioned it the other day, but you can pray all day long, and you can do all of those right things, and you should, and I want you to, but you've got to be open to listen. You can pray, pray, talk, but you still got to be willing to stop, open your mind, open your senses, and be willing to hear, listen, see, take in all of those senses to get the message, and just be receptive to what he wants you to understand, and what the answers that you want, the answers that you're seeking. They'll come to you, but you have to be quiet enough to be able to hear them, understand them, feel them, know them, see them, So, I'm going to put it this way. What my goal for you is, as far as meditation goes, what I would love to see you get out of it is a feeling of peace and calm, inner joy, more restfulness, And also to really be able to connect with a higher source. I really feel like meditation is a gateway to be able to open your senses, open your mind, to be able to connect with that inner intuition, that inner source, that outer source that comes in and helps guide you, is what I'm saying. So spirit in general, we know there's all different kinds of spirit. Of course, the Godhead is the ultimate, so we have God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit. And then I really truly believe that we have angels that guide us. I really do believe that. And I've studied a lot about angels. I believe that we all have guardian angels that are here to help guide us and lead us and give us information, things that we need to know. So I believe that they are part of it. I do believe that we have other guides. believe we have other spiritual guides that guide us as well. And those could be friends that have passed on, relatives that have passed on. I just believe that God gives us helpers. And I'm not saying, I'm just saying just that intuition, that inner guidance, that sometimes it's like that deja vu feeling, or, just that inner knowing. Some of you have dreams, and you have that feeling in that dream that you really need to pay attention to that dream, that dream's trying to send you a message. A lot of people feel that, and there's a lot of people that don't. There's a lot of people that have absolutely no spiritual feeling, whatever, but there's a lot of you that do. And I believe that everybody has the ability to have some type of spiritual connection. And if you are willing to just calm yourself and calm your senses and open your mind and open your body and open your senses to it, I believe that we can all experience spiritual guidance, is what I'm speaking of. I'm not saying it's anything major like, woo, and all. I'm just saying that intuition that God gives us all, that knowing, that feeling. Sometimes, like I said, it's seeing, it's visual, it's, a lot of people see things in dreams, they feel things in dreams, they might have a dream and they just feel like it's something that they need to listen to. Some people, that hearing, they might hear things not in a bad way, not in a disorder way, but in just a way that they feel like God's given them some type of guidance, or a spirit of some kind has given them some type of guidance, just saying, it's kind of like when you turn down the bad, wrong road or something, and that inner voice is going, I don't think you did that right, or I don't think you need to go that way, or, it's just that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about any big voodoo-y thing. I'm just saying that we've all had that inner knowing, that inner hearing, that inner seeing, that thing, and then a lot of us don't pay attention to it. A lot of us ignore it. And that's the key. I'm trying to get you to a place where you listen to that vision, you listen to that whatever, what I'm saying, like that little voice, that feeling that you get in your gut, or you have that dream that just makes you leery about going on that trip. That trip just doesn't feel right to me, or whatever it might be. So that's what I'm saying, is that I'm trying to get you to a place where you start listening to what God gave you within, and the guidance that He gives us every day, every minute of the day, if we are completely open to it. So meditation is a way to do that. It is a way to calm yourself, be able to center yourself, calm your inner child, be able to connect with God, all of those spirits that you believe in, that I believe that God gives us, and that in turn creates a ton of peace, guidance, joy. It's just amazing the feeling that you'll get. And I know it sounds crazy, and I know that y'all are thinking, you know, she's off a rocker, but it's the truth. It really is the truth. And if you really start trying it, and really, really allow yourself to let go of the fear, and just relax, let go of the wheel, relax into it, and just gradually start going, you'll understand what I'm saying. So those few things I really wanted to touch on, because I think that's really, really important. Ego was another thing that I really felt led to talk about today, because God gives me a ton of guidance every day, because I meditate a lot, and I usually start my day off with a fairly long meditation, and that day He just kind of guides me and just kind of sets me up for the day and helps me understand what maybe the day is going to bring me, to keep my eyes open, my ears open, my sight open, different things like that. And you know, He really brought up ego, because I've really come into contact with several people here lately that are really, really full of ego, and not intentionally. I think that there's a lot of people that are very egotistical, but they really have no ill will by it. They don't even realize that they're doing it, but it just seems to just be who they are, or what the routine that they've fallen into. And I just want to say that when you live your day, when you live your life, when you live your day, you go through your day looking for the betterment of other people, looking to see what can I do to serve someone else, what can I do to help another person, not how can that person serve me, or how can that situation serve me. Not that you are not important, and not that what you have going on is not important. I'm just saying that because you do have to think of self in some way, and to love yourself is of the utmost highest priority that I absolutely am on the bandwagon for. If I don't love myself, I cannot love anybody else. I can't love my husband. I can't love God. I can't love anybody. If I don't love myself and I don't think highly of myself, yes. But there's a difference in loving yourself and egotistical love, self-seeking love, self-righteous love, you know, boosting your own self for your own enlightenment, recognition, whatever. That's where ego comes into play, and ego will really mess you up. And ego will really mess you up in meditation, because number one, ego, when you're meditating and you're really, really wanting to connect with spirit, you're not going to connect with spirit if your ego's in charge, because number one, you've got to relinquish all control, and that means relinquishing yourself, your ego. Number two, what you're going to find is you're the one, if your thoughts are more egotistical, more self-seeking, more you thought-based, you're going to, what you're in meditation doing, it's going to be more, I'm trying to figure out the best way to put it. Your guidance is not going to be from spirit. Your guidance is going to be from your own thoughts. Who wants that? I'm not meditating and wanting to listen to my own thoughts and give my own self, you know, guidance, because obviously I'm not doing such a great job, or I wouldn't need to do it. I'm just saying, when ego takes over, and when ego plays a big part in things, even if you don't realize it, you're really, you know, trying not, you really, a lot of people don't realize that that's where they're coming from. Most everybody around them can realize it, but they don't really see it. When you are trying to communicate and really trying to get guidance and really trying to receive that information, that ego mind, that thought process that is you, is telling you exactly what you want to hear. Does that make sense? You have got to let go of self, ego, which is self. You've got to relinquish all of that. You have got to come to having a spirit that is more about serving, that is more about nurturing another person. And those feelings alone will bring you joy, will help your meditation practice so much. And I mean, you'll just be shocked at how things just tend to fall in place. Like your life just, things that seemed so hard and you were having trouble, getting lined up, or you were working so hard to make things happen, they just kind of fall in line. And it's because you're not doing it to serve yourself. You're not doing it to get recognition. You're not doing it to make money off of it. You're not doing it for whatever reason. You're doing it because you want to serve your community. You're wanting to serve your fellow man. You're wanting to make a difference in somebody else's life, if that makes sense. And I'm just going to give an example, and this is just for me. This has just been my experience with the gym. And I'm not tooting a horn, I'm not any of that. I'm telling you because this is coming truly from the bottom of my heart, deep within my heart. When I started that gym, I had absolutely no, and you can ask the people that are closest to me, I had no intention of that gym being any bigger than it was. My intention was that I had a place that I could go and love and be comfortable at, have the things that I wanted to have to use, and I wanted to have a place for my friends to be able to come and work out with me. That was my intention. So my intention was to serve my friends, serve my family, and serve my community. If some people in my community wanted to come, then I was more than happy for them to come. Did I start that gym with the intention for it to get like it is now? No. Did I start that gym with any intention that it would make money? No. When me and Andy started that gym, it was paid for. We were not in debt. The only thing I had was a phone bill, was my electric bill and my rent. That was the only bills I had. I'm trying to think. I wasn't in debt with it. So when we bought it, we pretty much were able, and so it took a lot of the pressure off of me. I did not go into it, and that's the reason why I went into it. I said, I'm not going into this thinking it's going to make this big living or it's going to do this. That was not my agenda. My agenda was have a place for myself to go to enjoy, a place for my friends to come enjoy. If the community wanted to come and participate, I was great with that. Wanted them to have that, but that was my intention. And I have kept that intention even now to this day. And the gym has grown, God, and I let it grow the way God wanted me to let it grow. God said, sit back, let it grow organically, let the people come to you, just prove yourself. All you got to do is just be steady and still. Put one foot in front of the other every day. Look to me for guidance, and it will grow. It will do what it's supposed to do. And that's what I did. I just had faith that whatever God intended for that gym to do, whatever purpose it was that He had for it to serve, it would serve. It would fulfill its purpose. And I feel like we're a year and a half, almost going into 2 years, and I feel so grateful, so blessed, by the people that have come and want to be a part of the gym. I feel like it's my community's gym. It's not my gym. Yes, me and Andy have had to go into some debt to expand it and make it bigger and do some things that we felt like was the right thing to do. The building opened up, opportunities opened up, the ability for us to be able to acquire more equipment opened up to us. So we felt like that to take that step forward and to keep moving forward in that direction. But if you notice, we didn't make that happen. We didn't manhandle that situation. We let God guide us each month to where He wanted us to go. And I still am. We're still needing to work on the other building, but I've put it on hold because right now it's just not the right time. I need to let that opportunity manifest itself as well. And it will. That building opened up as well. We were able to get that building. I know what that building's about. I know what its future holds. I just have to sit back, relinquish my control, and let God guide me in the direction that He wants me to go when the time is right. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying all this to toot my horn. I'm saying this because I want y'all to understand the way I believe and the way I think and the way it's worked for me. In the past, I've done a lot of the same things that everybody else does. I've tried to manipulate it. I've tried to make it happen. I've tried to do this and that, and I thought that was the right thing to do, and then it's just hard, and things just kept going the wrong direction, and it was just total chaos. And that's what I'm saying. When you learn to relinquish that control and you learn to just sit back and be patient and let God steer your path, let's really connect with Spirit and sit back and listen. Stop and listen. And then be patient. He will steer you. He will steer your path. Just like this gym. Like I said, I'm so blessed, so thankful, so grateful to every member that is there. It is our gym. It's not my gym. God has opened that door for all of us in our community, and I think He will open more doors for us. The people that come there love each other. They love me. They're appreciative of me. I'm appreciative of them. It's just a mutual relationship, and I firmly believe it's blessed by God. I believe that whole business, that whole building is just filled with a really good spirit. And people that come there feel it. They feel it. They feel it in their gut. They just feel good when they're there. And that makes me so elated. I mean, it absolutely, that is like the best thing to me. I mean, it just is. So that's what I'm saying, that I just want y'all to understand where I'm coming from and the way I'm viewing it, so that when you don't think I'm being preachy to you and that I haven't had to walk the walk myself, and I'm still walking the walk. I have a lot of irons in the fire, and God directs me on which ones I'm to pick up right now and which ones I'm to lay down and let rest for a little while. Doesn't mean that I won't ever pick them up. It just means that right now it's not the right time. It might be time to do this one, but it might not. It's not time to do them all. And so, you know, I just let Him guide my path each day. That's why I said I felt like this meditation class was the path that I was supposed to embark on for this new year. And I feel very strongly about that and have gotten a lot of good feedback from it. And I really feel like it's something that people really need. I really feel like people need this way of release, connection. Just by my class that I have at the gym, people feel connected to each other through meditation. And you're not sharing a lot of things. Now, sometimes after class, they might share their experience or what they felt or how they feel. Some people cry, some people laugh, you know, but they're sharing that experience together. And I think that is a good thing, to be able to share that with somebody and be able to release that and just get rid of some of those emotions that we carry a lot of times. So that being said, this video's gone into 30 minutes now, so I don't want to make it super long. So I'm going to let this video be this video, and because I think those things were super important. You know, God really put it on my heart this morning to really talk about those things and really help you understand where I stood, what my intentions were for the class. My intentions are that you just are able to be free of fear and self and intimidation and depression and all of the things. I just want so badly for these meditations to just open up a whole new experience for you, and like they have for me. And so we're gonna leave this video here, and then I'll do another video maybe hopefully tomorrow or by the first of the week, and then next week we can start our meditations. So the next video will be about breath work, so really how to breathe. I've done one video about breath before. It was when I was doing some of my yoga videos, but this one will really go deeper into breath, because a lot of times breath, just you listening to yourself breathe, can really help you get into a little bit of a deeper state of meditation. And then we'll go over the chakras, the energy within our body. And that's a really interesting topic, and I think you'll find value in that as well. So, so the next video we'll do that. So I hope that you got something out of this, and I look forward to starting the meditations. I think it'll be great, especially for people that are a little bit intimidated about coming to a class with other people there. It's something that you can do at home by yourself, you know, when it's quiet, maybe when you get up, before you go to bed. And we'll, you know, I think the first few classes will set some intention. So maybe they'll be about fear, they'll be about self. And I just pray, and I really do, really have a lot of intention myself. Like, I'm really intent. I just want people to be open to see how self-absorbed we really are. When you're, you know, when you're doing a project or whatever, and you're involving other people, but it all comes back to you. Like, how can those people help you succeed, or help you advance, or help you do whatever? That's self-seeking. That's self-seeking. Now, I'm not saying we don't have group projects or we don't have things, but you know, when your world revolves around what other people can do for you, how they can help you, how they can help you succeed, how they can help you do more, whatever, that's self-seeking. That's egotistical. That's your ego getting the best of you. When you can think about what you can do for somebody else, how you can serve them, how you can help them. Every day, what I try to get up and do is ask God, who do you want me to help? Who am I supposed to reach? Who am I supposed to talk to today? What am I supposed to do today? That's my goal. Because number one, that brings all the glory back to Him, because I'm doing it as a vessel of Him, a channel. I'm a channel of Him for other people, to other people, to reach other people. My story is a story that's, yes, of me, but God has given me the liberty and the ability to reach other people by it, and hopefully inspire them and help them in some way. That's serving them. I'm doing His work, and that brings glory to Him in the end. And that's the whole goal. It's not about how many gym members I have, or how much money that gym makes, or whatever, you know, how big the gym gets, or whatever. It's about the people. It's about the people. It's about the relationships. It's about who you can help, who you can serve, what you can do in that day who might come through that door that might need you, that you might just say that one thing, or they might be a really nasty person that day. And how are you going to respond to them? What difference are you going to make in their life? And it might be for you. It might be to teach you a lesson. There's a lot of days that the people that I come into contact with it's not necessarily to help them. Sometimes it's to make a change in me. It's to make me better. It's to do something for me. And I don't even realize it. But once it happens, and once I'm able to set my intention that I'm going to be the light to that person, or I'm going to treat that person in a certain way, even if they're nasty to me, or even if they say something cross, I'm going to do my best to reach them in a certain